relationship with AGC started in 2011 in Brazil when they needed to implement a new facility here to address the local market environment, and we helped them to put it in place in a very good response time to address the time to market they need to have.
EDI management before, when AGC ran its own infrastructure, was loose. We had our own internal in-house team. We had a lot of downtime that the business didn't appreciate. There were only a certain amount of projects that we could do. There were only a certain amount of things that we could achieve. AGC is not experts in EDI, and so we were looking at outsourcing. Syntel were the obvious choice to approach about this project because at the time Syntel were doing a great job for AGC in Brazil.
The main challenge was to replace a system that was in operation by a new one without impacting the business, the systems, and the users. In order to understand how AGC was operating their EDI, we had some people from Syntel working at Europe for 4 months.
Since the early beginning, when we performed the assessment, we saw that the main problems were not based on technology. The main problem they had was on the work model. They were running on the reactive mode on IT. So they led the business to identify the disruptions they have.
To put in place improvements for the EDI process at AGC, we had to sit together with them and redesign all the support, all the new requirements, and all the operational processes. And after that, we were able to operate the system by ourselves. During the takeover phase, we started operating their system. The goal was to replace the current team by Syntel's team and keep EDI running.
When we entered to run the business, we created a kind of mined field on their environment, and we started to monitor it from Syntel.
We put in place a monitoring system that almost doubled the number of alerts.
We started with 160 alerts to 300 alerts in the second month.
It showed us that there was a lot of room for improvements.
We were identifying the problems and acting the problems prior to the business. At the end of the day, it represents more trust with the business, so they start to run in a different mood regarding the EDI they have.
During the third phase, the transition phase, the objective was to operate partially the EDI on the legacy system and partially in the new system, and gradually migrate from the old system, the legacy system, to the new system. We defined a strategy to migrate 13 flows every week. It means that every week we were concerned about preparing migration, migrating, and doing the hypercare. At the end of this phase, all the flows should be under the new environment, hosted by Syntel in the cloud.
Currently in AGC, we as Syntel have established a very stable environment for them to run the information flow.
Syntel offered us some scalability and agility that we didn't have. Syntel offers us service level agreements.
The support is more accessible and more reliable than before. We can call them from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. and this is already for us a bigger window than we had before. Also, we have the monitoring on top of it, which is 24 hours, and this is of course also something we did not have before.
It offers us key performance indicators, it offers us regular status meetings, it offers us crisis meetings if we need to have, and we do have sometimes, but it offers us management.
The costs are at the moment a bit lower than before, not too much, but it's because we are taking in the first 5 years of the contract, we are taking into account also the migration of overflows. After these 5 years, we will have a reduction of 35% compared with the original cost that we had with the local team.
We are accomplishing all the KPIs we have established, but we are not happy with this just. We are going further and trying to leverage their EDI capability in order to perform the business expansions they have, but keeping the same quality level we have. So zero defect is our mindset.
Syntel are a great company to work with, and I'm very satisfied with Syntel.